Well, the first week that we just got through, I mean, by the time this comes out, there's going to be more, but we got through the first week of him taking the stand, but speaking only with the prosecution, right? So that's a relatively easy dialogue for a witness because, you know, the feds and Tekashi sat down already and probably went over all the questions that they're going to ask. And he tells them their answers, and they tell him how to adjust the answers and so forth. Yeah. So it's very easy. But now what's going to happen is that the defense is going to cross-examine Tekashi, where he won't know what they're going to ask.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
But they're going to tell him a roundabout how they're going to approach it because this ain't the first time something like this happened. The feds are really sharp, so they'll coach him to that part too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And certain things, I think, like him, like the domestic violence is not admissible in court and stuff like that. Like certain things.
I don't think none of that matter, bro. Like when you get to talking about somebody with guns doing violence like that, that outweighs all that other stuff. You understand what I'm saying? Because that rings louder when it hits people's ears, you know?
Well, we're going to see what happens.
Yeah.
I've actually got a lot of offers from the people around him to do interviews, but I've always turned them down because it's still an open case. Okay. And I didn't want them to potentially say something in my interview that was going to get used for the prosecution. Yeah, you shouldn't want to
do that too. Like, let it be over, man.
Yeah.
Because,
once it's over, I'll talk to everybody.
You don't want no more heat on you, Vlad. You've been cool for some years, man. You know what I'm saying? So you need to stay cool like you've been cool. You gotta be
man, I ask questions and y'all can answer it how you want to answer it. And, you know, just like, for example, when Boosie was on his murder trial, they spent a whole day playing his music.
Yeah.
And anything that has anything in relation to murders or gangs or shootings was played for the jury.
I can see
all day. Were you in contact with TK at all?
Nah.
Okay. What's interesting about that case is that they actually took his song, The Race, and played it for the jury.
Yeah. They played. They do that. They played the whole day of my music.
Okay, so they did this to you too. They were playing Boosie songs.
They played a whole day, 8 hours of Boosie music. The whole day.
Really?
Explaining lyrics a whole day. It was a whole day, a whole Tuesday. They played a whole day of my music. He took every lyric I had with my co-defendant name and played it. Every lyric I talk about killing in, they played it. Well, every murder lyric, really, they played it. And it was so crazy because they was trying to explain the lyrics, and some of their lyrics was wrong. They didn't even know what I was saying, but they was trying to say stuff, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, they gonna use it against you in court, you know. Anything you do on social media, they gonna use it against you in court. That's their tool.
You know, before you go and start calling me or Adam 22 or academics, the feds or whatever else, realize that all that music,
what you're doing,
all the music that all the gangster rappers are recording, all of that could be used as evidence. And will be used as evidence. We've
always known that. I've always known it.
Yeah, I think some people know that's just music. You know,
that's just art. They don't hold it to the same standards as they do movies.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So come on, man, just be intelligent about what you do. That's the whole point.
YNW Melly is in prison right now for a murder, and his biggest song is "Murder on My Mind."
Right.
So it's just one of those things where, you know,
free him too, but damn, bro.
TK got 55 years for a song called "The Race," which he wrote when he actually cut off his ankle bracelet.
Wanted to do that, yeah.
He cut off his ankle bracelet and did the race. Went on the run. And wrote a song about it, and that song
was... What's his name, TK?
TK.
Free TK, man.
That song was played. That song was played to the jury, and he ultimately got 55 years. And I think he's got another murder trial coming up. 50. On top of that. So, yeah, man. My suggestion is, if you're going to be a gangster rapper, make sure you're completely out of the street. When you actually are a gangster rapper.
You know what people have today that they don't even think? They have the space to to perpetrate, like CB4. Like now, the way the world is set up, like you can be whatever the fuck you want. So just become a character and take the uniform off when the cameras go off. Mm-hmm. Don't live that shit for real. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Especially if you're not made for it. Because media, for the most part, it's not like the 90s with hip hop. Like, all our shit, for the most part, if you saw something, it was real. For the most part. Even if the main guy that was rapping was a buster, his homies was real. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And you didn't see the type of shit that you see today. You didn't see the kind of foofer ass shit. Like, I don't know.